Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Ashley. I love to create videos around homemaking, cleaning, and motherhood. So if you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. In today's video, we're doing something a little bit different. I am taking you guys along with me as we party prep for my daughter's second birthday party, which I cannot believe that she just turned 2, you guys. So within the last couple of months, my daughter has really shown a big interest in Frozen. She calls it Elsa, and she always will ask, I watch a show, which means I watch a show, and she'll say Elsa. So we definitely had to go with the Frozen theme. I definitely want to share with you guys what I'm showing right now is everything that I got from Amazon. This pile's from Amazon, and then we did go to Five Below. We actually went to Five Below first, just because for her first birthday, we did the same thing. We went to Five Below, we picked out party items, and I was looking on Amazon and I was just trying to get all of the colors and everything aligned, and I actually ended up ordering a Frozen set from Amazon, which we used basically almost everything from Frozen. I did return a few things to Five Below. I know it wasn't like the most expensive place to get party decor, so when I returned it, I was like, oh, this probably seems silly, but I just didn't want the things that we didn't use to go to waste or to just sit around. I really have been thinking a lot about how we live in such a world where there's so much that, you know, we feel we need to buy. We live in a consumerism kind of time of age, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I just wanted to give those things back that we didn't use. But basically on this morning, this was the morning of my daughter's birthday, and unfortunately my husband got called into work for the morning, so it was just me and my daughter prepping, but you'll see later he comes home and she was over the moon that daddy was home. But basically we had a nice slow morning. Her party wasn't until 3 in the afternoon, so it was just so fun, you guys, being a mom. And I was talking to my friend Sadie and my friend Nicole about this, and just like having that, what I like to call, like, you know, tacky. It's not tacky, but like the little kid like paper decor. It is just, oh, it's the best. Like the simple times are just the greatest. And to have friends and family there to celebrate our girl, it is just so special. So basically this tablecloth actually was from Five Below. You guys are gonna see later, I go through everything. It's kind of hard to see when it's all packaged and wrapped up. But I didn't realize that we had a Frozen tablecloth, which is totally fine because I end up using it later in the video in a different area of the kitchen. So for the party, we as in me, but I was talking it over with my husband. So I guess it was we decided to move the table over back here, and I love how this turned out. You guys, just wait until you see with the extra decor what we got. I just love it. I'm so happy. Like I could cry just thinking about it because it was just so special. Like I know she's still little, and as I was decorating, part of me thought that she was going to be like a little bit more excited, but she was. Like she saw the balloons, love the balloons. All the kids love the balloons, but you know, it's like being a mom, it's like we do it for the kids, but we do it for ourselves as well, you know? I hope that makes sense. Of course, I'm doing it for my daughter, but anyway, this was the tablecloth from Frozen that I was like, oh wait, we do have a tablecloth, but that's totally fine. And the Amazon set actually came, was it Amazon? I want to say it was the Amazon kit. I'm going to link the one that we got down below because there's a lot of different Frozen kits. So I will link down below the one that we purchased, but there was 2 of these blue streamers that you're going to see I assembled on the wall later. And then speaking of streamers, we purchased this at Five Below, and I was laughing to my husband because for some reason I thought I was going to open a lot of these things and they were already going to be like pre-assembled on the string. They weren't, which is totally fine. We had plenty of time to get ready. And as you can see, my daughter is helping me. She is the sweetest, just the sweetest. I love her so much. So I just had to assemble the colors. There was 3 different shades of blue. The first time I didn't realize that there was 3 different shades. I thought it was 2, so I was doing like every other. And then at the end I realized that was incorrect. So I ended up correcting this, and you guys are gonna see, I'm gonna put this on our fireplace mantle. And I just love the way that this looked. The blue theme, I love the blue. Something about my daughter, I feel like blue is her color, you know? I just feel like it's her vibe. Blue is just her theme. So it was very perfect. It was perfect for a February toddler birthday. I feel like, especially being in New England with the snow on the ground, it was just so bright and airy. So it was the perfect theme for our daughter and our family. Okay, so a helpful tip that I wanted to make sure I did not forget to share with you guys is that I used packing tape. So basically tape from the post office that we had where you wrap it around packages to hang a lot of the decor. I had just regular like Scotch tape basically. Is it Scotch tape? I don't know. My husband's in the bathroom right now and I was just asking him to make sure I had all the terminology correct here. But I just didn't think that tape would hold up the decor, especially for the time, I think it was 9 a.m. when I started this and her party wasn't starting until 3. So I did use little pieces of packing tape and it worked so well to keep everything in place for the time that we needed it. And even when we had people over, we had quite a lot of people over. Like, I am still reflecting as an introvert. I am still like winding down because that took a lot of energy. If you guys are an introvert, it was a wonderful party, but there was a lot of people, a lot of kids running around. So the packing tape did a great job making sure that the decor stayed in place for the time that it needed to be there. So right now I'm just using this time to organize the decor, take off all of the plastic, see what we have, try to decide what do I want to put on this table, where do I want to put the cake, all of that. So that's just what I'm doing right now. Something really great about these blue streamers, and I didn't realize until I unpackaged them, they actually had a line of tape on the back, which was super helpful, especially doing this by myself. It was very easy. So I just took off the white piece and put this on the wall. Sorry, you guys can hear my dog barking. Just a mom trying to get her voiceover in, but in the corners and then later in the middle, I also put the packaging tape, just to give it that extra security. In terms of assembly with the streamers, if you guys look closely enough, you will see there is a little bit that is missing because we had some really cute toddler toes and hands that got a little bit wrapped up in the streamers. But honestly, no worries. That packing tape came to the rescue. I used it all throughout the house and no one, not even myself, was able to tell that part of it ripped off. So yeah, I will say, like, when you unravel it, definitely if you have kids around, maybe try to distract them, but it's also so pretty and hard to be distracted from the beauty of these blue streamers. But it worked out really great, and my daughter was a big help either way. And just having these memories of, assembling her party together, playing with all the things and looking and being curious about like what we're doing, it is just going to hold a special place in my heart. So same thing here on the kitchen peninsula. I was just trying to get organized with all of the different party supplies, trying to clear the peninsula so that way I could put down the frozen tablecloth. It worked out perfectly here. So you guys are gonna see that very shortly. And I just love my little helper in the snack cabinet. Of course, we need snacks to fuel us, you guys. But yeah, that is just what I'm doing right now, just kind of clearing, organizing, getting all the things together. And I think at one point I heat my coffee up for probably, yep, there we go, what may or may not have been the 10th time, you guys. Does anyone else heat their coffee up and then forget that they heated it up? It's just like an additional step in like my mom brain that I'm like, oh, gotta heat up my coffee because it's cold. And then before you know it, I'm on to doing 10 different tasks and I forget about my coffee. And we just kind of put that on repeat for a little bit. So science and static electricity were on my side with this tablecloth, you guys, because it clung perfectly to the counters. I know that sounds so silly, but as I put it on, it was just sticking and I barely even had to adjust or maneuver it. And I was like, this is great. This is perfect. It's not going anywhere. So yeah, it worked really well on the peninsula. So right now I am just grabbing some empty mason jars, taking off the lids, and basically separating the forks, spoons, and knives. I can't remember if I put straws. I think I did put the straws with the knives actually. I actually can't remember. We'll see at the end of the video, but that is what I'm doing right now, just getting everything organized and easily accessible for everybody that, is coming to the party. Okay, so this happy birthday banner from the Frozen kit was another example of something that I don't know why I thought I was just going to open it and it was already going to be assembled, but I will say it really wasn't hard to put together at all. It came with a plastic needle and the tape, you could wrap it around easily and there was a sticky piece to it. So the needle stayed in place and you just had to basically weave the needle and the string through all of the letters, and it really didn't take that long. I know this is obviously sped up for the purpose of the video, but it really wasn't that bad. So that's just what I'm doing here in this clip, assembling the happy birthday sign, which I can't wait for you guys to see how it all comes together. So just keep on watching, and if you've made it to this part of the video, thank you guys. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I would love to have you join our community here on YouTube. And yeah, I had a brief little intermission with my sweet daughter. I actually don't know what we were doing there. I do know at one point I blew up a balloon for her and it had like that paper confetti in it, basically. Confetti. What am I saying, guys? Sometimes I'm like, wow, am I about to post this? I'm about to, because we're all human and the mom brain is just, it is what it is. Maybe mine is worse than others and maybe it's the same. But anyway, the paper confetti, one of the balloons, I didn't catch this on camera, but it was so funny. One of the balloons I was blowing up and then I just lost grip of it. And then all of the blue confetti came flying out. It was actually hysterical. And my daughter was like, whoa, like what is going on? But yeah, a little side story. So she was very curious, wanted to help. I feel like including her in life and things is so important, especially on the days that I'm home with her, because if you guys are new, I am working full-time. I started working full-time end of last year. And before that, oh, here I'm blowing up the balloon. Before that, I did stay at home with my daughter, and yeah, just a lot to unravel there. But let me know down below, do you work? Do you stay at home with your kids? I'm curious. And let me know your thoughts on either one. I feel like I've been able to get really good perspective on both so far. And yeah, I mean, it's probably premature, but we are already considering me going back to staying at home with her just because, I don't know, life is short and things happen. And I think sometimes it's okay. I mean, of course it's okay to like change our minds. I think life is constantly about learning, growing, changing, and if you feel that you're called to do something, I would listen to that little voice or that calling. For me, I definitely am feeling that right now, and there's a lot more that I can say, but we're gonna keep it light and airy right now for the sake of the video. I'm just kind of rambling to you guys, but what else is new? So yeah, leave a comment down below if you stay at home, if you work, if you do a little bit of both, or what your story is around like motherhood and what that looks like for you. Okay, I am so excited for you guys to see how this comes out with the streamers and the banner. It is just so cute. And once again, going in with that tape, you guys. Yes, I did stand on the table. There was no glamorous way to really do this. I was thinking I could have pushed the table out, but honestly, it was easier to have it just to make sure that everything was aligned, and I had to kind of move the letters around just a little bit. And of course, my daughter was very curious, and she was like, "Mom, let me get up there and help you," as you guys can see from the clip. So right now, as you can see, I am just kind of moving the letters just so that it looks even when people, of course, take a look at it. And my husband came home, and of course, my daughter was so excited. We were so excited that Daddy got home from work. But I am just kind of perfecting the letters here, making sure that everything looks great. I just love this setup, you guys, and it was so simple and so affordable to get the kit on Amazon. Like I mentioned, I will leave it down below, but I am just so happy with how everything turned out. Also, part of the kit came with these little, I don't know what you would call this. Why am I drawing a blank? Like flag garland, basically, of Frozen. So I decided to incorporate that as well on the fireplace, and it was just so cute. Looking back, I'm just so happy with how everything came out. It also came with this really cute crown and little wand, which I'm so surprised my daughter actually wore it. And of course, some of the kids were, wearing it and playing around with it. So it was definitely a hit. And of course, my daughter loved sharing it with her cousins and her friends, but she did wear it for a little bit before people came over, and it was just so precious. I, of course, have some pictures. I won't share them on here, of course, but I do have some really cute pictures, and my new phone background, of course, is of my daughter with her little crown and wand. So definitely worth the money. I did read some reviews that I didn't experience anything like bad with this kit. I'm not saying that there was like horrible reviews. There were just some that said like, the forks and the knives were not the best quality, or some things were like cheap and broke. I didn't have that experience. Everything was really wonderful from what I experienced with the kit that came on Amazon. So I will link that for you guys down below. Also, I'm laughing because I didn't realize that I was not in frame for this part of the video, but I wanted to still include it for you guys. It basically came with these, I don't even know what you'd call these, streamer, I don't even know. There's no picture to see how I was supposed to make it look. So I asked my husband. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to go from small to big to small. I think you could kind of be creative. And then I added the characters on some of them, and I put some by like the fireplace, basically. It just jazzed that up a little bit. And I think that's all I really did. I just put like 3 or maybe 4 of these out. But like I said, it wasn't the best clip, but I still wanted to include it for you guys in today's video. So there were a few, I think it might have been, I want to say maybe like the red, green, maybe the gold. Maybe I did use the gold, but I tried to stick with more of the color scheme. I don't know. I feel like it all just came out so well. So like I mentioned before, I only used a couple of these, and they were so cute. I think I used one with like Olaf, Anna, and Elsa, and then maybe one of just Elsa.
Okay, so here is a great clip of a multitasking mom with her toddler trying to set up for a party. Yes, I had some of the pieces in my mouth. Guys, we have to do what we have to do in order to get these things done, but as you can see, it worked out really well. I think I did put 3 of them. So I did 1 on each side and then I put 1 in the middle as well. And of course, I've been using the same tape. It all worked so well. And my husband actually came home from work and I put him right on balloon duty. He was like, "What can I do to help?" And I was like, "These balloons, if you could blow them up, would be perfect." So we actually bought I don't know if you'd call it like a helium tank. I don't know, like a party balloon blow up kit for my daughter's birthday last year. So we had the kit still left over for the party this year and we used up all of the helium. The only thing is that I did get a number 2 balloon from Five Below. So when I went to make the returns, I actually did it the same day. You guys can see I'm holding it right here. It was huge. If you hold on to your receipt from Five Below, you can go back to them and they can blow up any balloons that you purchase, which is really great. So we used the rest of the helium for the Amazon balloons. And then later I just went to Five Below. They blew it up, no problem. And you'll see I ended up putting like to the right of the screen. I don't know how to explain this like little tan bench here, but right behind that is where I ended up putting the balloon. And I did get like one of those balloon weights from Walmart for like 97 cents to just keep it there. So when people came in, they could see that. I thought it was just like a fun touch. I didn't realize how large the balloon was until we opened it from the kit, but it fit perfectly in that corner. So this is the final product of how the party area turned out. I did put a few snacks out. I ended up putting out actually quite a few more as it got closer to when people were about to arrive. We used these bowls and we had, as you can see, popcorn, pretzels, everything. I do include actually a little bit towards the end, a little clip of my daughter's birthday cake. So we made it when I was off the Thursday before her birthday party together, and it was so special. We just did a strawberry box cake. We did 2 round, like 8-inch pans. So we made one and then we popped one in the oven and then we took it out, flipped it, made the other one, and then we did the frosting in the middle. You guys will see I ended up frosting the cake, and I did a very similar cake that I made for her first birthday. Basically where like you just put the sprinkles on the bottom part. So you guys will see that there was really no great way to do this. You kind of just have to like put it on with your hand. I tried using the parchment paper, which you'll see very shortly, but it like wasn't sticking that great. Also, I'm so sad I wasn't going to mention this, but I scratched up our counters pretty good in this clip. I'm so sad, but it is what it is. There could be a lot way worse things going on in life and in the world. But as I was turning this cake stand, first of all, we waited a week and like 3 days to make sure that everything cured for our countertops. If you guys are new here, we just painted our countertops with Retique liquid wood, and I thought it was like fine. I didn't think anything of it. There is like black foam on the bottom of this Hearth and Hand cake stand, but what I didn't realize was the outer layer is not as friendly or generous, and it scratched up our counters pretty well. So honestly, like I was upset, but I just going back to what I said, I'm like, there could be way worse things in the world, and yes, I'm sad about it. Yes, we could maybe, I tried to think of different options. My husband did touch up with one of the paint colors just to like touch up a little bit of it so you can't notice it from afar. But either way, it is what it is. Life goes on. I have to get over it. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that that definitely happened when I was filming this clip, and I didn't realize till after the fact. But Here is what I was trying to do with the sprinkles and the parchment paper, and it didn't work that well. I thought I was onto something here, but it didn't work that well. But I will say that a lot of people really loved the cake. I actually just tried a slice today as I'm filming this, and I know it's just box cake, but there's something so special about just making this cake for my daughter. I was just so proud of it. We did it together, and I got that cute little number 2 on Amazon. I can also link that for you guys below. I ordered that separate from the kit, and I ended up putting on some things that came with the kit, the frozen little decor on it. So I also forgot to mention, I did pick up in the same order with that candle. I also ordered these 2 sets of sprinkles. Sometimes Amazon is just a little bit more convenient. I didn't want to forget or have any issues finding like the perfect color for the frozen theme. So I did order those on Amazon as well. I will take the time to link everything that I ordered and purchased so that if you guys also have a toddler birthday coming up, you can use the links. I hope that this video provided you with motivation and inspiration, mostly inspiration, but obviously, of course, some motivation. But I feel like being a mom and just doing this for our kids is all the motivation that we need. But either way, I wanted to thank you guys so much for being here in today's video. I'm so proud of how this video came out. I know it's a little bit different than what I normally post on my channel, but you guys can always find motherhood, cleaning, lifestyle content on my channel. So if you aren't subscribed yet, please leave a comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and consider subscribing.